So, welcome everybody. I am so happy you're with me. Nearly the end of our calendar year, and this is a very good time. These days in between, work in between festivals, to actually really concentrate on what we want to manifest in our lives, what we want to manifest in our world, our troubled world, our troubled times. So I'm delighted that we are all able to be together here in this beautiful temple space, which is dedicated to Rhiannon and to the horned god, as well as to other deities of place, other deities of the heart. We are held within this intention of gratitude, puja for peace, by priestesses of Rhiannon worldwide, really, who have been tuning in. They've been doing our preliminary practices, the Rhiannon breath practice, and then connecting to and charging the field of love, the field of her love. And so they are the container in which we are having this live stream today. The intention for us today is to actually drop into gratitude, no matter how we have experienced the festive season of Yule, the winter solstice, Christmas, however you celebrate that turning of the darkening of the year into the beginning to grow towards a lighter returning of the light, an increase of the presence of well-being, of renewal, of rebirth. Of course, there is nothing wrong with the darkness as such itself. We need darkness as much as we need light. So this is not an anti-darkness puja. This is a puja against the darkness of the forces of conflict that create so much suffering in our world, in our lives, in our own hearts. And this is really an antidote medicine. So puja is an offering, in particular a smoke offering, and that's what we will be doing this evening. So you would, of course, be invited to have some incense ready to use, but also I'm having already here on the altar, the incense is burning, and I'm going to be adding to that for all of us. So when we drop into our gratitude in our heart, no matter how we have experienced these festive days, which can sometimes bring up great moments of love, of wellness, of connection, of abundance, but can also really trigger the places of our loneliness or loss. So we're going to really drop into a place of gratitude in our hearts. And from there, we're going to light incense and send the smoke with all our prayers for peace, to wherever there is conflict and suffering and pain and sadness and loss and disconnection in the world. So this can be very specific and very individual. It's entirely up to you how you would like to give that form. So if you want to bring these blessings to yourself, to your family, to your community, or to places in the world where you know there is war, then please do so. And also we can just send it out because it is needed everywhere. So it can also be non-specific. This is very much part of how the Priestesses of Rhiannon work, really. A lot of our practices are for love in action for ourselves, in our immediate relationships, and then for the greater collective, for wherever it is needed. It's not up to us to decide. That is really in the lap of the goddess. So if you are ready, and if you have some incense ready, and if you have a candle ready, I'm going to start by lighting a little flame, a little offering light, really. The Priestesses of Rhiannon have already been charging the radiant presence of Rhiannon within themselves. And so we are going to just take a breath, take a moment to connect in with that field, with their presence, with their holding of this space, feeling their still points in the field of awareness, like little lights in the darkness, like the flame of hope that burns within the temple of the heart, like the beautiful presence of Goddess, in particular of Rhiannon Ipona as sovereign Goddess of union, of sacred sexuality and of love. And here in Avalon, on the altar here, her flames are burning for us all. So you can let your gaze fall onto those flames and just feel the light, feel the radiance, which is the symbolic sun fire, of course, that has been reborn at the winter solstice, and that we hold in the darker months as we move towards the springtime, in our own being and in our own sacred spaces. So then take a breath to just breathe in the radiance of her presence. And let whatever is alive for you in your heart, in your mind, be touched by that radiance, so that we become present with her presence. And so then, with that inner connection to Goddess, who for you, of course, may have many different forms and faces, taking a nice deep breath, breathe in the radiant presence of the divine. And with the out breath, we light the flame. Beloved Goddess, as within, so without, as around, so within me found. Rhiannon of the birds of the soul song, this time of the year. We light your flame. May your light be a blessing in the dark. And may we feed it and be reminded by it of all you give us that we are grateful for. And then you can place that flame somewhere safe. I will just place it here behind me on the altar for us all. So the next few moments we are really going to connect into the field of gratitude. And gratitude is a beautiful emotion, a beautiful energetic state to expand in ourselves. So I'd like you to place your hand on your heart. And the first in-breath is going to be into the heart with all the gratitude you can muster, all the gratitude you can genuinely feel in this moment for the presence of Goddess in your life. So taking in a breath. And we breathe out that gratitude for the presence of Goddess in our lives. We're going to do that for 3 breaths. And as we breathe like this, breathing in gratitude for Goddess within us, in our hearts, and breathing out gratitude for Goddess within our lives, in our relationships, in our communities, in our temple places, our altars, our home altars, the natural spaces that are her temples, her power places in the land where we feel strong connection to her. And then we're going to do the same for the divine masculine, whoever the God is, the God of your heart. For me, that is very much the horned God. While I am here in these Celtic lands, he is a very important form of the divine for me. So I'm going to breathe in gratitude for the horned God, gratitude in my heart, and breathe out gratitude for his presence in my life, in all of nature, in all the people I meet, in the sacred spaces, the Temple of Avalon, in the beautiful landscape. And in the next few breaths, we're going to breathe in for whatever you are personally grateful for. I'm going to speak some suggestions, but there may be many, many more, many other things. And this gratitude is going to really build the energy in our body as we breathe in gratitude into our heart for whatever it is you are grateful for, and then breathe out that gratitude with the out breath into the world. So, for example, I'm going to start by saying some words, but please feel in your own things that you are grateful for. So, for example, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for love. I breathe in gratitude for love in my heart, and I breathe out gratitude for love. And then the next in-breath I'm going to take is going to be gratitude for wellness, for well-being. And then I breathe out gratitude for well-being. The next in-breath may be gratitude for wellness, for good health, for all the ways our bodies, as the greatest friend to our soul, keep us healthy, keep us working and going, keep us functioning to the best of the ability of our physicality. I'm so grateful for health. And I breathe out gratitude for health into the world. And the next in-breath may be for abundance, the abundance of all good things. And how very blessed we are with the very many different forms of abundance. Shelter in warm places to live, enough food to eat, good people, good friends to share our lives with, beautiful family connections, or the love and connection we have in abundance with the animal allies of our life, or our connection to nature, the abundance of our access to beautiful nature. Gratitude for all these beautiful forms of abundance that you have, that we have, that I have. Breathing out gratitude for abundance. And gratitude for justice. Gratitude for justice, the justice that gives us discernment of what is the right way to act and what are the less skillful ways of acting. Gratitude for healing, our capacity to heal mentally and emotionally and physically from woundings that we may carry karmically or that we have suffered in this lifetime. Gratitude for healing and for our great sensitivity. Deep gratitude for our capacity to sense all the aliveness of our senses and to act on what our senses tell us. And sensitivity towards others. I'm grateful for that. Breathe gratitude in for our sensitivity towards other beings around us, which is part of our connectivity, our interconnectivity. So many things to be grateful for the beauty of music and poetry and movement and dance and song and prayer and practices, for the beauty we get to share through our creativity with others. And deep gratitude for the inner peace, that we all have, no matter how conflicted our lives can be, no matter how in conflict we can be with other beings, the stresses we might be walking with. We carry within us a place that is peaceful, and I am very grateful for that inner peace, that we are safe, in this moment. Gratitude for our safety, that we can reach out and connect to each other. All the things we are grateful for, we are breathing in and connecting to and breathing out together. For the freedom, the great freedoms that we have, no matter how much stress or injustice there also is in our political systems, in our lives. We are in a country that has relative freedom, and we are free beings within that system. Gratitude for our freedom, which is a great gift that so many people don't have. So when we breathe out our gratitude for freedom, from our inner connection to our freedom, perhaps that it's touching all the places where you're not feeling so free, where you're feeling constricted or burdened or duty bound to be inauthentically tied to certain things. You have to the have-tos of our lives. Still we have freedom. We have freedom how we dance with that tension. We have freedom how we make our choices around these things. And breathing out our gratitude for freedom. This is in itself a beautiful practice. If you put on a beautiful track of music and you move your body and you let every breath become a movement prayer of gratitude. This is a very beautiful thing to do. I had hoped to be able to do that, but I actually can't make the music work through this format in which I'm live streaming with you at the moment. So perhaps this is something that you would like to do when we finish this time together here. Put on a beautiful piece of music and let your breath become a movement prayer of gratitude. Let it open you into an ecstatic place of gratitude, so that every moment, every movement, every thought, every breath is an offering of gratitude. So I'm going to invite you to keep breathing like this. Keep breathing in your heart and find the things you are grateful for, the big things and the small things. And to really let your breath touch that gratitude. And if you find something that is in contradiction to that, so for example sadness, if you are grateful for the love that is in your life but you're also feeling lonely, then let loneliness become something you are also grateful for. Because our great capacity to feel these emotions and to express these emotions in itself is a thing of beauty, even though some of these emotions are very hard, are very tough. So while you are doing this breathing in your gratitude into your heart for all the great and small things, and breathing out that gratitude into the world, you are becoming a living offering, a living pillar in the great temple of the goddess, where the wings of prayer breathe this scent, this breath of gratitude. And how we can use that energy of gratitude if we fill our whole bodies with it. If we let it resonate within each of our cells, within the containment of our energetic body, our emotional body, our mental body, our spiritual body, which is around the outsides or within the confines of our physical body. We become this presence, the presence of gratitude. And then we can offer gratitude in all directions. This is really a connecting in, a plugging in, if you like, into the great field of love, a way of symbolically speaking about the energy and presence of Rhiannon as goddess of love. Her field of love can be charged by our actions, by our prayers, by our ways of being. And we can receive from that field of love, which is so much greater than the sum of our individual offerings to it. And we can receive from this great collective divine field of love. And by filling ourselves with gratitude, we plug in. It's as simple as that. By filling ourselves with the ecstasy of gratitude, we become a part of that field, and the great energy of her presence as love becomes available to us, to be channeled through us. And so a puja is really an offering, and particularly smoke pujas are for the benefits of others. They are like a feeding of that which is needed, a giving of that which is needed with the perfumed smoke of the incenses that we sometimes mix ourselves, or we use whatever we have available for us. This can be incense sticks, or this can be loose incense. And that smoke becomes the very vibration of what our intention gives it, because we are connected to, we are interconnected, of course, in life, to everything and everyone. But through our connection into the field of love, the great collective field of her golden radiant presence, this magnifies our individual intention, which is also really why it is very nice to do a smoke offering for peace together. And we do that from the fullness of our gratitude. So I'd like you to keep breathing in. Find something that is so marvelous that you can truly be so authentically grateful for, that it would bring tears to your eyes, that it would soften your heart, that you would want to give it to everyone, that it hurts you in a tender place within your emotional capacity, that other people are not also having this very thing that you are so grateful for. And then with the out breath, send that specific thing that you are grateful for out to where you know there are people who don't have it. To where you know individual people who are suffering, or whole regions in the world where these things are not experienced by the vast majority of people. Your specific thing. If you can really feel that from your heart with the out breath. And then you have a felt sense, a felt experience of what we will be doing in a moment now with this smoke offering, this puja. Thank you, Goddess. I am so grateful. Oh, I am so grateful for safe shelter, for the beauty of the warm nest of love that I get to create, in which I get to live, and that I get to share with those who I love in my life. I'm breathing in. Opening myself, breathing in, connection to the golden radiance of Rhiannon, into this, that I have nothing but the greatest gratitude for. Filling myself, and I breathe out, safe shelter, warm nest of love. And I specifically breathe it out to all the people in all the places in the world who are suffering under the bombardment of war, the terror of invaders, oppressive regimes. And I'd like you to continue doing this for yourself for the next 3 breaths. And then as we get our incense close to us, our beautiful incense sticks or our charcoal burners, you're going to start connecting into peace within us. And the intense gratitude that we are not living in places where peace is not. Of course, the obvious is war zones, but also the stresses of lack of inner peace that so many people are under. I'm going to use some of the wonderful Star Child incense tonight, and this is the the winter solstice blend, into which I'm going to add more frankincense. Frankincense, of course, is one of the very ancient goddess incenses. It has the capacity to really alter our consciousness, to open us to the collective sacred, to the great field of love. And as this incense gets going here, I'm gonna just sing a few phrases from a beautiful song by Sally Pullinger, which is to connect me into the heart, the presence of Rhiannon, and to peace, the beauty and the great gift and my gratitude for peace that is within me and that is around me. How very fortunate I am. So as you get your own incense going, to place yourself within the presence of Goddess. Oh my Goddess, you are in all things, in all the places I ever go. Oh my beloved, shine bright inside me, show me your faces wherever I go. Beloved Goddess, you are this incense, you are the breath of peace. As I breathe this incense into the enormous gratitude for peace that is within my heart, I offer this incense up, I offer it up with the out-breath to wherever it is needed. To wherever there is conflict, to wherever there is fear. May the warring parties find peace within their own hearts, within their own lands. May the aggressors begin to worship peace and be reminded of the sanctity of peace. May the victims of violence receive peace. May this smoke be an offering, connected through us, through the field of love that we breathe. It's gratitude for peace in and sent out with this smoke, with our out-breath. May it feed all those in need of peace. May it bring peace in all the small and big ways that is so needed in the world. As this incense burns, I'm going to try and play a song. Just remind us of how much peace is needed and how gratitude is our immediate way of sharing our wish for peace. And keep breathing from the field of love. Keep breathing in peace. I can't get the music to work, so that is not going to happen. So I shall just speak it a little bit more. Breathe in from the great connection of the field of love, which is the radiant golden presence of Rhiannon, of Goddess, of love itself. Breathe it into the quality that is peace, that is within you. Find it in the stillness between the in-breath and the need to breathe out. Hold that in-breath, deep peace, and breathe out peace into the smoke, this particular smoke offering or your own incense that you have lit. As peace going out into the world wherever it is most needed, which is many places. I'm not going to name them, but you all know the ones that are most actively in need in this moment. In the individual hearts of people who are suffering. May this smoke be received as peace. May it feed all the places in need of peace. Oh my Goddess, you are in all things, in all the places I ever know. Oh my beloved, shine bright inside me. Show me your faces wherever I go. May you be peace. May you be the peace in the world. May you be the peace in our hearts. May you be the end of all conflict, all warring, all striving. May you be peace in places of suffering. Sweet peace as the breath of love, sweet peace as the balm for grief, sweet peace as the safety, the haven of well-being, sweet peace. Beloved Goddess, be this presence with this smoke wherever it is needed. May your peace be felt, may your peace be found, may your peace be received as we send it out collectively with our breath, with this smoke. I'm placing this incense burner on the altar. And I'm inviting you now to do the same with your incense if you've lit some. Let it burn. Perhaps even feed it through the evening. Let us continue, even when this live stream ends, to be connected, to feel our connection to the great field of love and to our gratitude for peace. May it be so sweet that it brings you tears of gratitude. May it be so sweet that we can continue to send it out. Send it out with every breath. Send it out through our thoughts, our words, our actions. Send it out with this smoke, with this puja. And like to end by us all visualizing, imagining, sensing this smoke offering here from the Isle of Avalon, from the Path of Love Mystery School, from the altar of Rhiannon. Mingling with all the smoke of the incenses in your own places wherever you are. Mingling and joining with the incense from the Priestesses of Rhiannon who are holding the container for this puja today. And flowing as a sweetness, as a sweet gift of peace. Then breathe in that gift. Breathe in. Feel the golden smoke. Feel it in your nostrils. Smell it, sense it as the beautiful perfumes of the incense that is in your space. But also just taste it. Taste it on the air wherever you are. And know that you are blessed by her peace. That you are blessed by this peace offering yourself. Breathe it into any parts of yourself in need of greater peace. And giving thanks to the deity of your heart, to the goddess and the god of your own heart, many faces of the deities, the divine. And giving thanks to Rhiannon and the horned god on this evening, close to the ending of the calendar year 2023. May we be peace in action. May we be love in action. May we be her loving peace in our own lives, in our own choices, in our families, in our communities. May we be peace as love in action in the world. My name is Katinka Soetens, and from the Path of Love Mystery School, I thank you for being with me today. And I send my deep gratitude to all of you. My deep gratitude to the Priestesses of Rhiannon. And my deepest gratitude for the peace you help manifest into the world. Blessed be, and thank you all.